Cook some corn on the cob and you have a uniquely summertime treat. There are few child food memories that are as strong for me as getting fresh corn in the summer. And if you're lucky enough to get some fresh corn this summer, cook it on the cob. How you cook it is going to be the difference between a sugary, sweet enjoyment and a starchy mess. I'm Chef Todd Moore. My mission is empowering people to cook without recipes. They experience the freedom to cook what they want, how they want it, the confidence to take control and try new things, the health benefits of fresh, wholesome foods, and the family-strengthening bonds of dinner time together, as well as the money they save by eating well. Live without rules, cook without recipes. It's a no-recipe lifestyle. The first thing is, don't ever refrigerate fresh corn on the cob. Under cold temperatures, sugar in the corn convert to starches and it robs you of that sweet flavor of the fresh corn. You might think your corn is still fresh because it was only picked a day or two ago, but if you put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, this is more than enough time to make fresh corn feel like it was sitting in the field for weeks. Steaming is always better than boiling with corn. If you take corn on the cob and submerge it in liquid, what you wind up with is corn that tastes like water and water that tastes like corn. Ever boil corn on the cob and see how yellow the water is? That should be a visual cue to you where the flavor went to. Rather than the direct heat of the direct content of the hot liquid, what I like to do is steam the corn. And if you have a large pot like this, stock pot that you can use, and one of these steamer baskets, you know, these things whoop, 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 like upside down jellyfish, the steamer basket, so you can put a small amount of liquid in the bottom of the pan and it will steam the indirect content of the heat rather than the direct content. And one of the favorite pots that I have in my kitchen is this asparagus steamer. One of the great things about this is the basket that it's in, or if you have a pasta maker with a basket in it. Standing the corn on end will allow the heat to cover more surface area of the corn than having them stacked on top of each other or boiling in a pot together. This is my favorite way to steam corn on end, a few ears in my asparagus steamer. But how do you tell when your corn is done? Well, if you steamed corn on the cob, it's finished when it squirts. After just a few minutes in the steam bath, I check for doneness on the cob by trying to burst one of the kernels with my finger. It's just a small amount of pressure. It should squirt and the grit should come flying out. This is my favorite way to approach corn on the cob and know how to cook it right. Well, it's not the only way. I feel it's easier than cooking corn that's still in the husks or wasting a whole bunch of tin foil wrapping each ear of corn. If you want to cook corn on the cob and retain all the flavor and all the nutrients, a steaming method is the right way to do it.